The final day of Cows Week 2009 started sunny but with no wind, and a double AP was hoisted at the squadron to signify an indefinite postponement. The delay was probably welcomed by those shaking off hangovers after the parties of Friday night, when the famous fireworks display marked the busiest night in Cows. Just when it seemed inevitable that all racing would be abandoned, the squadron moved to a single AP. And for the first time ever, they decided to send the white group away to the east off the squadron's eastern line at 5-minute intervals, and the black group classes to the west off the western line, again at 5-minute intervals. An hour later, the first start for the actuals went ahead, but with the fleet nowhere near the line as they struggled to make way against the tide. Stress levels must have been high on the squadron platform, and there was some confusion on the water and plenty among the spectators, but it all seemed to work to get the fleets away in half the usual time. Mind you, with the very light winds and strong tides, it was going to be a long race for most of the classes. With 37 fleets racing in this year's Cows Week, we can't give you all the final results, but here's a taster. Among the black group classes, Class 0 finished on Thursday after racing for 3 days. Among the 4 entries, the STP-65 Rosebud scored a 4th in race 1, but then came good with 2 firsts. This tied her on points with the other STP-65 Luna Rossa, which scored a 1st, 2nd and 3rd. By virtue of winning the final race, Rosebud took the overall win ahead of Luna Rossa, with Nicholas Zenstrom's new Mini Maxi Ran taking 3rd. In Class 1, Charles Dunstan's TP-52 Rio was the dominant boat in the 19-boat fleet, winning with 6 firsts. Second came the other TP-52 Pace, with Piet Roon's new Kerr 46 Tenaire de Breskens taking 3rd. The 27 boats in the first 40.7 fleet enjoyed some close racing, with Paul McNamara and Tony Lowe's Incognito winning a tight series by just 3 points. Pete Newland's Anticipation came second, but will be ruining their disqualification in race 3. Anticipation finished 2 points ahead of Peter Robson's Playing Around, which had a poor last race, scoring a 12th. Otherwise, they could have taken 2nd overall. Among the smaller black group boats, the quarter-tonner results went right down to the wire, and their last race on Friday. In the end, Howard Sellers and Mike Till's Bullet took the honours by just 0.4 of a point, ahead of Brett Linton's Diamond, with Louise Morton's Espada taking 3rd. The day boats in the white group are the heart of Cows Week, and are usually the ones the spectators ashore get to see most of. They also provide good racing, and nowhere was this closer than in the 17-boat sonar fleet. Simon Barter's Bertie was looking good for the overall white group prize, with 4 straight wins at the start of the week. But a 4th and a 2nd put paid to that, although they then restored their authority with another win yesterday. But on Saturday they slipped to 4th, while Stephen Bailey's We're Here took the win. This left Bertie and We're Here tied on points, but Bertie won the regatta on the tiebreak. Ken Newman and Simon Clark's Jenny took 3rd place, 10 points behind the leaders. In the J80s, the top of the fleet boats battled it out all week, with no one boat dominating. But in the end, Huling Kazan took the honours by 2 points from Juicy. Team Baltic had been lying 2nd going into the final race, but a 9th on Saturday dropped them to 5th overall. Jane didn't sail on the final day, and she dropped from 3rd to 6th overall, while Javan's 2nd on Saturday lifted her into 3rd. Only 1 point separated the leaders in the RS Elites, with Chow Bella eventually wrapping it up to win by a single point from Aeolus, with Fuzzy Duck 7 taking 3rd. A single point was all that separated the top 2 Swallows, with Migrant securing the win from Solitude and Skewer taking 3rd. The most dominant performance of the week was in the 16-boat Flying 15 class, where Rupert and John Manders, men behaving badly, won every race, didn't need to sail on the final day, and took the overall prize as top white group boat. Sans Culottes was the second Flying 15, with Black in third. So that's it from CAS Week 2009. It's been a different sort of week without a sponsor and with very average weather. But the atmosphere afloat and ashore has been good, and thousands of people have enjoyed the week. We'll look forward to welcoming them and you back next year. And don't forget that CAS TV is not just for CAS Week. We cover all the action from CAS throughout the year, with weekly online reports and daily updated action on our iZone network of screens throughout the town. You can also continue to watch our live webcams to check out the action throughout the year. We hope you've enjoyed our CAS Week coverage, and don't forget to look out for our report on Sunday evening when we'll bring you the start of the famous Rolex Fastnet race. See you then.